Well, good morning. We started a little bit later than usual. As you can see, the boys are behind me and they're checking out the acoustics in the doorway. So if they start making a noise, don't worry about it. They're just having the moment. There we go. So yeah, what am I doing today? I've sorted myself out yesterday and today I'm getting back on it. And you know, I've put the washer on. I've had a bit of a tidy up. I've got some bits and pieces together, and the first job of today, that was intended to be yesterday, but it doesn't matter, is the wheelbarrow. So I'm going to have a look at the wheelbarrow and see what we can do about this flat tyre. So here we have the wheelbarrow and it's upside down ready so we can have a look. And if you look, it's a little bit different to the average wheelbarrow to my knowledge, because usually goes through on a spindle like that, but through the bar, and here it's just directly underneath the bar. So I think that's for easy maintenance really, which is just as well, considering the flat is very flat. If you can see, it's come off the rim. So I've had a look to see where the thorn is or whatever that's caused its issue. Can't see it, not initially anyway. Checked all the treads. I've had a good feel. So it's very likely that it went in and went through. So I'm going to take this off here. Looks like it's possibly a 14mm spanner, and then that'll be ready to, well, repair the inner tube, but also to look at replacing the wheel to get a solid one, because this is quite a substantial place with quite a lot of heavy duty things going on and big ass thorns. So this is not really the most suitable of wheels on a wheelbarrow in this kind of environment. Handy metallic tray so we don't lose the bolts. Decent set of sockets. Might need thin walled. Try 13, so I was 1mm out, not bad, not bad. Aha. It's almost not deep enough. I'll have to get a deeper one for when I tighten them up to make sure they're on properly. There we go. Take them off, put them back so I know where they are. Oh, it's a daisy. So let's have a look at this then. No, just undo this here. So here we've got it off. The easiest way is check that the inner tube's not on the rim. Just pop it out. And then in some water and see what's going on. I'll just have a look for the hair. Yeah. It's still got hair in. There it is. So you check all around here. You check for holes with your eyes, and then give it a squeeze, and I could hear air coming out, and it's where the valve is. So if you look where the valve is here, you've got a crack where it's coming apart, and that's where it's where air's coming out. So that's good. And we now know the size to replace it is a 3.50/8. So now we know what size to use for the next inner tube. I don't advise any repairs around the valve. It just doesn't seem right to me. So we won't be repairing this, we'll be replacing it, because that's a weak point. And yeah, if you look up here, there's tiny little birds sat there on the cable, and if I'm correct, they're sparrows. And would you believe that sparrows are actually in decline? And these little well, they're not babies, they're fully grown adults, but they all live here. Very possibly in this palm tree. Hey, little one. And they'll be looking for a new place to live, a new place to hang out. So what we need to do is look at what these guys and girls like to eat and the environment they enjoy being in, and then try and recreate that in some way round and about the place, so that they've got a safe place to live, where the cats don't get them, and where they can carry on being a part of here, because they are a really important part of biodiversity. You know, everything that you see, every piece of life here that's growing and flourishing is flourishing for a reason, because there's what it needs in its environment to keep it safe and to keep it going. So we need to keep that going, so that we've got enough, you know, enough balance in this system that we're developing to have the bugs, the bees, you know, the birds, right through to allowing the humans to share the space without taking over or trying to control and leaving them with very little, you know. So hopefully we're going to be developing something special where we can all live in harmony with each other. Well, I've been busy getting rid of the old tomato plants. They'd well and truly done, they'd finished. So what I'd done is I pruned them all back, removed the trellis, the make do trellis, and I've chopped and dropped onto the base and took the majority of it so it can go straight into the compost. So here's the trellis, which was considerable task to remove, was wired to the bricks. That's what I'm left with to put in the compost. A few tomatoes that may or may not turn red, and then I've chopped and dropped and thrown all the rotten stuff in here. Now I'm going to put stuff over the top of that so that it will decompose and then maybe if they do tomatoes or something in this place, any disease that was there, they will build up some form of resistance to. So this will be the base that I'm going to cover with possibly cardboard and then do a layer of chippings over the top. This tomato plant here, as you can see, same trellis, but you can also see that there's plenty of life still on and they're just developing. So these are more likely to develop into something good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prune this and take away the dead stuff and give the others a chance to develop, and hopefully in a few days we'll have some fresh tomatoes. This is a little beetle that I found. Cool looking fella. I don't know what it is, what breed, but hitched a ride on in the tomato bowl. So I'm going to pop him back on a plant now so he can go about his daily life. Being a plastic bowl's no good for him. You see him? Away he's gone into the leaves. See if I can you see? There he is. Have a nice day, little fella. Have a nice day.